Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
All right. Are you having a great time?
Yes, very interesting. Lots of things.
Oh, it is. And you have a great mentor.
He was all excited that we're coming to your court today.
I love you.
Oh, thank you so much. But yeah, stop by anytime. We were having a jury trial, but it ended in a mistrial.
No, it was a murder trial.
Yeah. So they're gonna have to retry it. So yeah,
So
we'll see we'll see what we're gonna be doing today. All right, who's here on Joseph Ochoa?
I don't think we need to state on this. It's just,
Uh,
he's got two cases, Judge.
mhm,
I represent him on the state jail.
mhm.
Mr. Molina represents him on the habitual. They worked out a plea agreement. Mr. Molina will be back in a minute after he does his other.
Okay, all right. Well, you're excused. Are you a part of the plea?
Yeah, mine's taking consideration,
Oh, okay.
but
You
he's
can
gonna
be
accept the
excused.
plea.
All right. Okay, thank you. All right, thank you. We'll just wait for Melina. Thanks, counsel.
Judge, let me finish my speech.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, I'll hear it.
No, I forgot it. Worked on it all night.
Oh, curses.
Thank you, Judge. I'll see
You know, we can rewind and we can say it never happened and we can do it now. Because I thought you had to be on another place.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Next is on page 10 of the bottom.
Okay. All right, are you all ready on Aceves?
Yes, sir.
All right, defense is here for early termination. Do you have an objection?
State subject.
Okay. All right. Do y'all want this on the record or no?
It's up to you, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, probation.
Yes, Judge.
Can you tell me how has Mr. Aceves been doing on probation?
Quite well on probation. At this point, we don't have any concerns. He's always shown to be respectful in every office visit. He's always been forthcoming and respectful during any field visit. Has no issues with presenting his phone if we need to check his phone. Us entering the residence, going through his things in his room. He's not posed any problems there. All of his UAs have been negative. He's up to date with all of his fees and he's completed all of his classes. I did reach out to his officer to see what his thoughts were and concerns to the motion from early termination based on defense counsel. And his officer has absolutely no issues with early termination.
All right, thank you. And state, since you're silent, you may be excused.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. I cannot believe, right? Now, and when I say I cannot believe, what I mean by that is, I remember when you were first before me, young, super young. He looked super young. Time really goes by quickly. And I know since you've been to court, you've had some tragedy happen in your life, but you were able to handle it and talk to people. So how you been doing? How's life been treating you?
Yes, pretty well. The job Johnny Cisneros presented me, it's been pretty good. They turned me pretty good on the job. I have a great supervisor, and I pretty love working over there. And also, I'm very thankful that I stay up with my family and try to help my mother financially, and well, also taking care of my sister and my cousin that is living with us. Try to help them when my mother's not there for work and all that.
I'm so proud of you. You've done great work. I'm so glad that you completed everything. And I know there was the GPS issue, but it really wasn't an issue. It was just paperwork that hadn't been there. So you've never violated any terms of your probation. You were, it is so good for you that this was your attorney. And I say that other attorneys, maybe they would have done the same thing, but he was your attorney, but also a mentor to help you get employment and help you throughout this process. So I remember the first day you came in, and now you're doing great. So I want you to keep up the good work. You know, I'm still here. And if I'm still here, you can always come back if there are some issues, okay?
Yes, sir.
But Attorney Cisneros, anything you want to say about it?
I just want to express how proud I am of this young man. I believed him from day one. The first interview I had with him is like, this young man didn't mean to say what he said. And I relayed that to you, I remember. And then you were gonna put him as a condition of deferred, you were gonna put him in jail for a while, and then there was an issue back there where some inmates were threatening to beat him up and things like that. And I remember I had just gotten home and I changed clothes, and you called me, Mr. Cisneros, you need to come over here. We have an issue with Mr. Aceves, and I was kidding with you, of course, like I always do. Judge, I have to go rent a new suit now. You know, I told you that. And I came over here, and you believed my story, and because it was sincere and it was true. And here we are. I mean, he had a hard time getting a job because of the charge and everything like that. And I told him, son, I think I can get you a job, but my name's going to be behind my word. And my word, I think, is always good. So you better not let me down. And sure enough, he got a job, and they've given him promotions, they've given him pay raises, and they're very proud of him there. In fact, I went to his place of employment 2 weeks ago to have lunch with the owner and another friend of mine that works there. And they were telling me how proud they are of him and everything. So I hope that the court does allow him to terminate early. And by the way, I have Miss Lauren Dillon with me today.
You have a great mentor.
So
I do.
Yes, he is so awesome.
thank you.
All right, thank you. So do you want to still be on probation where you can still visit your officer? Or see, I've done a little catch-22 with him. But no, I'm going to grant your application for early termination, and you've done fabulous work. And when I place people on probation, I always tell them I don't like sending people to prison. I take no joy in that. I'm hoping they'll be rehabilitated when they're on probation, go forth, live their life, do great things. So I'm excited for you, and the future is bright.
Thank you so much, Yoni.
All right.
Appreciate it.
All right.
One
you're
more
welcome.
thing. When he was here, when we were here first, he looked like a young boy.
Mhm.
And now he looks like, well, he is a young man.
Yes.
And I saw him the other day, and he looks all buffed, and I said, golly, I can't beat your arm wrestling anymore. So I'm very proud of him. Thank you so much, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Well, congratulations. Once they give me the application to, oh, she's bringing it now. All right, congratulations.
If I can say, I think it will be a great surprise to my mother as a present because today is her birthday too.
Oh, I said happy
awesome.
birth month until I said happy Black History Month because it's in the month of February.
Yeah.
All right,
I
well,
wish I'm sorry for interrupting.
No, go ahead.
I wish his father was alive to see this. His
Yeah.
father believed in me,
Mhm.
and oh my God, I wish he was here with us.
Well, you know what? He knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Go, Johnny. And Johnny, don't
I
make
get
me cry.
emotional with my clients. I
know you
give
do.
my whole heart to them, man.
Yeah.
And some of them follow my advice and some don't. And I'm so proud of him that he did.
Awesome. And I know you'll stay in contact with your attorney. He's a good support system for you, okay? And then, like I say, if I'm here, you can always come back here and talk to me, all right?
Mhm.
All
Thank
right.
you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Proud of you, man.
Juan Martinez,
Or Your Honor.
good morning.
Judge, we're ready, subject to motions.
All right, and are your motions dispositive or something to be carried with trial?
Well, we have one motion to suppress filed. We're at the discretion of the court for carrying it to
All right.
trial.
Is that the motion to suppress? Is it for a stop? Is it for,
It's for the arrest.
all right.
We believe it was an illegal arrest.
Okay.
And then everything that occurred after that, we'd like suppressed, but we can run that with trial if the court would like.
Sure. we'll do on this case. On this case, we will have the motion to suppress. We'll do it, because I'm saying Wednesday, so it'll be in the morning. Tomorrow's Tuesday.
Okay, so Wednesday morning motion to suppress.
Yeah, Wednesday morning, it'd be the motion to suppress, because I can put it on Tuesday, but I know Tuesday we usually have a big docket and then everybody will be rushed, and I want everyone to have a chance to get whatever questions they need. So Wednesday morning, we'll do the motion to suppress and see where we are on that. And then if we need a jury trial, we'll start with jury trial.
All right, Judge.
And we'll do jury selection, and then we'll work around your hearing that you have in the other court.
You're most kind, Your Honor. With respect to the other motions in the case, would the court like to entertain those today?
What are the other motions?
The judge, this is a list. None of them are dispositive. It's just kind of setting up the trial box. I'm sure you've probably
Okay, so
heard
with
a lot of these
yeah.
from me before.
So with regards to the appointment of a second chair, I'm assuming this is your second chair?
It's Adam Paul's, Your Honor. He's very, very smart. That's why I need him.
Okay, and is he on the appointment list?
Yes.
All right, so that's taken care of. He's appointed. Just speak to the court coordinator.
Yes, Judge.
The motion for additional funds, that will be granted. And then if the other items, I know we're going to have the motion to suppress and everything. The other items, if you will confer with the state and see if y'all have an agreement on things. If you don't, of course, I'll hear it.
I think we're pretty much going to be agreed on all of that.
Okay.
Except maybe it'll be a 14-page in limine, because I know they have to examine that closely.
All right, so yes, if you all will look at the motion in limine, and sir, what I'll tell you about motion in limines, I really never know anything about these cases. I'm usually hearing it for the first time with the jurors. Unless there's something in the motion in limine that on its face should be granted and it shouldn't be discussed before a jury. Normally what I do is everybody's aware what's in motion in limine. And anytime they think they're going to ask something that's in the motion in limine, they'll just approach and we'll have a hearing outside the presence of the jury. Okay. All right.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. So I'm going to leave this package of motions with the court,
All right. Thank you.
so you all won't have to print them out.
Okay.
Do you want to address that then just Wednesday?
Yes.
Okay.
The motion to suppress, and if it's motion to suppress the stop, the statements, the arrests, we'll do all of that on Wednesday with the state's witnesses.
Fair enough, Judge. And then are we released till Wednesday?
Yes, well, not before you go over those other motions with the state and let me know what you all have
Be
agreed on.
glad to do that.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Akira Santiago, all right, and they're by Zoom.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let me. All right, so what is happening with this as far as PTD and plea deadline? What's going on?
Just going to go up the two motions.
Sure, just give us a moment, Ms. Santiago. Your attorney wants to go off the record.
A plea deadline.
Yes. All right, Ms. Santiago, you're coming back on March 5th. State? Yes.
And on the screen when you were.
Oh, no, you'll call her and let her know.
March 5th.
Yes, March 5th. All right, Angela White Magpie. All right, the court is calling 2024 CR 011234, State versus Angela White Magpie. Could I have parties announced?
Ready for the state. Ray Lopez for the defense.
And are you Miss White Magpie?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I pronouncing your last name correctly?
Very correctly.
Thank you. Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Miss, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yeah.
Ms. White Magpie, did you review court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram. That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Oh, all right, let me explain it differently. Sometimes my question is confusing. All right, you understand the rights you have? All right, do you
Yes.
want to enter into this plea?
Yes.
All right, and you know by entering this plea, you're giving up those rights?
Yes.
And are you intending to do that?
No.
Not
Wait.
willing to give up your rights?
Yes, yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
that's
I'm
okay.
So sorry.
No need to apologize. Sometimes we get nervous and sometimes my questions are confusing. So you understand you have a right to
Yes.
remain silent.
I understand that.
When you enter this plea, you're giving up that right. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have a right for the state to call whatever witnesses they think they need to prove their case. You understand?
Yes.
And when they call their witnesses, you can question them or either your attorney can question them. You understand?
Yes.
Because you're entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you understand?
Yes.
And did you intend to do that?
Yes.
You also have a right to a jury trial. And so 12 jurors will sit, they'll listen to whatever evidence is presented and decide on whether you're guilty or not guilty if they can come to a decision. Do you understand?
Yes.
Because you're entering this plea, there's not going to be a jury trial, so you're giving up that right. Do you understand?
Yes.
Did you understand if I grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication is revoked, I could find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes.
All right. Court will find that defendant has knowingly, I'm sorry. Just 1 second. I'm making it something in the paperwork. Just 1 second. Okay. Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do, Your Honor.
Miss, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea? Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
All right. If you're not a U.S. citizen, when you enter this plea, you will be deported, denied naturalization, or reentry. Did you understand?
Yes.
All right. Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, there's a $1,000 fine and the state recommends deferred adjudication. Did you understand that to be your plea?
Yes.
Defense,
It is, Your Honor.
state,
It's our understanding, Judge.
did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney?
Yes. Your Honor.
Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 2 years. There be 100 hours of community service restitution, the DOEP course, and anti-theft course. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your
Then to the offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Honor. No contest.
State, any evidence?
Judge, up to number 1 and all counts.
No objections, Your Honor.
All right, state, you may be excused. All right, did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments. Just one moment. The court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on your client's behalf?
We just asked the court to follow the agreement.
So do you have any family here in,
Am I
okay, because it shows that you're originally from a different state.
originally, yeah, but I have family that lives here and I live here.
All right, so who do you have for a support system?
My wife of 12 years, my son, and most importantly, my grandkids. I just recently I haven't been in any trouble and trying to be a positive role model for them.
All right, so what is it? So this is from 2023.
Yes, Your Honor.
So have you been in any type of rehab or anything of that nature?
I'm Native American and I've been in close contact with my culture, Native American culture, which is very inspiring. I've been sober for 2 years, 3 months and some weeks. I've been doing really good. My grandkids changed my life.
Okay, and how old are they?
6, and I had one Christmas Eve of this past year.
All right, so who lives in the home with you?
My son, his wife, my grandchildren, and my wife.
All right. All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 2 years deferred adjudication, $1,000 fine, that will be probated. When's the last time you had employment?
That's what I'm looking forward to now. I have a job with Five Guys, hamburger,
Yes.
burger place.
All right, now I heard of them.
Yeah, I'm excited to get back to work and get started.
All right, proof of employment within 45 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. 100 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once she completes that, the community service hours shall be deemed satisfied. Field visits 1 time per month until further notice. TAP evaluation out of custody. Follow recommendations. However, if it recommends inpatient treatment, we'll start with outpatient treatment. And there's going to be 20 sober support meetings in 20 days. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No, ma'am, I'm looking forward to being successful in this behind me.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes. Yes,
Right,
sir.
because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, so we can go off the record. Here's the thing. Do not disappear on probation. If for any reason you feel as though you're going to pick up the phone, call probation and let them know. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to contact me and they're going to give me a sheet of paper. And on that sheet of paper, they're going to say, you need some additional help. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to give you the additional help. So don't say, I didn't report because this is what's going to happen or this is what's going to happen. Nobody has a crystal ball, right? Stay in touch with them.
I will.
Okay.
I will.
All right. Good luck to you.
Disappointed.
All right. Thank you so much. Good luck.
Thank you. Good luck to you.
James Garcia.
Judge, that is my case, can I approach?
Yes.
Judge, the court back in October had signed orders for competency evaluation and sanity.
Mhm.
The clerks, I guess, down in the MAG court just entered the order for competency evaluation. So we had that last week, but then they realized they missed sanity. So they are trying to expedite that. This is a case where the complainant, the deceased is the defendant's mother, and he thought he was she was the devil.
Okay,
So
Well,
I'm
they-
not sure. We
they
talked about-
actually have it set, according to my system, they have it set in May.
That doesn't surprise me.
Your Honor, and I think some of the holdup may be the discovery that Dr. Whoever is completing the insanity
Dilatory.
evaluation will have to review all of the discovery and it is very.
Yeah, they sent him, I think, 10 or 15 reports, but I think he needs, they'll probably have to look at all the body cam video as well.
Correct, it's body cam jail calls.
Norma,
Norma stepped up there.
You stepped out, Judge.
all right, we're gonna set this for, let me see. All right, so we will set it on May 26th, because I think Memorial Day is on the 25th. All right, so we'll come back on May 26th.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
What setting?
They have a setting, so it'll be status.
Okay.
All right, Joe Compa. All right, court is calling 2025 CR 012573, State versus Joe Victor Compa.
All right, we're gonna be on the record.
Can I have parties announced?
Again, Galloway Group State.
Anthony Cantrell for Mr. Compa.
And are you Mr. Compa?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
All right, did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Are you the same Joe Victor Compa who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2025 CR 012573 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance penalty group 1, 4 grams to 200 grams on December 2nd, 2025 for a term of 6 years? Is that you?
Yes, I am.
All right, state.
Violation of condition number 1 on or about the 17th day of December 2025 in Bear County, Texas. The defendant, Joe Victor Compa, committed the offense of possession of controlled substance penalty group 1 in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Sorry.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes.
All right, the court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor, it is to deny the state's motion amend the conditions to include status followed by status aftercare. And the state will be taken into consideration clause number 2025 PF 50304.
That is our agreement.
All right, so Mr. Compa,
Yes.
I can follow the state's agreement. What that'll mean is that you'll remain in custody until transfer to SATA. Probation, what is the wait time for SATA?
Currently, it's 2 to 4 weeks.
All right, that's 2 to 4 weeks. Or I can revoke you, and if I revoke you, I'll sentence you to 4 years in the prison. Which do you prefer?
The first one.
Okay, all right,
By all means, Mrs. Bond.
all right, thank you. State you may be excused. All right, then this is what the court will do. The court will deny the motion. Alter and amend conditions to include the following. He's to remain in custody until transfer to SATA. Probation, is he eligible? Did we already do a referral to felony drug court for him?
We didn't.
All right, so what I'll ask for is he's to remain in custody until transferred to SATA, followed by aftercare or acceptance into the felony drug court. And there's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. And once you presented the court with some negative UAs, that may change. But for now, no unsupervised contact, okay? All right, is there anything else you need from the court? All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. If you think you're going to use or you feel that you're going to use, let probation know. And you know what's going to end up happening? They're going to try to get you the help that you need. But if you're just out here and not doing anything, that's gonna be a problem, okay?
Yes, Your Honor, and I don't want that.
All right. And I'm sorry, Cindy, back on the record, the court is taking in consideration as a part of the agreement, 2025 PF 50204. Is that the correct number?
It is, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Devin Orozco.
Really need a reset.
All right,
Today.
because I was wondering if this
Yeah.
is going to be dispositive or not. We can get it set.
I'm hoping the state will agree with me, Judge, and just do the right thing.
See?
Oh, they will do the right thing. All right, and let me ask you this, if they don't see things the way you see things, would this motion to be dispositive or not?
Likely to be dispositive, Judge.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna set it for a motion to suppress. If they end up,
Judge, if you would hold off on that, I would appreciate it because we want to get an offer and the offer may be different. And also I need to talk to the family about,
huh? Yes. All right.
Judge, I still need one reset, please.
Okay. All right, Norma?
Yes.
Set this in 40 days for a motion to suppress. All right, your motion to suppress will be on April 2nd, and that will also be a plea deadline date. Is there anything else?
No, Judge, I'd like to talk with you off the record if possible.
Oh, sure. Juan Martinez. And the other motions, I've already signed off on those, but I think they took your client back.
They did, Judge. They took it back. Lauren has gone through all the motions that are in the binder.
Mhm.
I think she has no objection to any of them. So at the court at its leisure, if you'll just sign off on them,
Okay.
then we'll have a record and we'll see you Wednesday.
All right, so if you guys will, because these are the motions, if you'll just write agreed on the, above the orders, and I'll sign off on them.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you.
That's the court's copy.
And then, Lauren, if you want to do that at a break, or you can just bring that down to me anytime.
Indeed, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Anytime before Wednesday.
All right, thank you.
Okay. May we be excused, Your Honor?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Oh, can I get a copy of those two orders?
Michael Craig? Mhm. All right, so
Judge.
good morning. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. All right, so on this case, have you all received all the discovery?
Judge, I have gone through the discovery. I did mention to Ms. Galloway, I think a couple of items are missing, and so we had a constructive conversation about that. She's going to see if she can find those items, so ask for another pretrial if I may.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, if I can have a 30-day reset for discovery?
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Court is calling 2025 CR 006950 State versus Michael Alvarado. Could I have parties announced for the record?
Attorney Alvarado for Mr. Alvarado.
And are you Mr. Alvarado?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Alvarado, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Alvarado, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
You're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram. All right, if you guys could whisper, that's a state jail felony. Deputy Lauren, can you move them down to the other side? That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Alvarado, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
If you're not a U.S. citizen, by entering this plea, you will be deported, denied naturalization, and re-entry. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at $1,000 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. There's to be restitution of $180 to DPS. Did you understand that to be your plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
It is, Your Honor.
State? Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 100 hours community service restitution, and the DOEP course. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence.
No objections, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver and state you may be excused? Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Judge, just ask that you follow the plea bargain agreement. My client's been in custody for the last few weeks. He recently found out while he was in custody, unfortunately, his father passed away. I believe he wants to tell the court some things himself as well.
All right, what would you like to say?
It feels good to be on this side of the line, like, you know, being sober. One, I've been with the Ministry of Restoration. It's a restoration church.
Okay.
I just want to give thanks to Jesus Christ who saved my life, and if my thing is I want to speak to the youth and be a pastor. It's a 9-month program that I'm in. I'm in 6 months in it, and what we do is we go out of state and do missionary work, and for the good works for God, and we go out to minister to other people, get people off the streets, and we give them a place to live and stuff like that. Jesus Christ saved my life, so why shouldn't I save another?
Oh, I appreciate that. I'm glad you're on track. This place that you're receiving treatment, is that an inpatient facility?
It's a restoration church. It's called Ministry House of Restoration. It's a 9-month program. We provide a drug and alcohol program, and it's a transitional sober living home. It helps us restore everything that we lost in life. You know, back helps us build a relationship with God. And in my life, everybody, all my family closed their doors on me. So I didn't know what I was going to until one day, just the next day, my sister, I guess, she gave me the second chance to help me out and refer me to the ministry house. And now it's where I'm just giving it my all. I surrender now to Jesus, and I'm hungry, but I'm hungry for His word now, I just want to do good from here on out. And he's opened a lot of doors that I couldn't open up on my own. He made way when I had no way. You know what I mean? I kind of committed suicide twice. And, you know, it's not my time. You know what I mean? I'm still here, and I now see what's my purpose. I'm a sinner. I've done a lot of mistakes in life, but I learned a lot. And I'm still learning as we go.
Do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am. I got 4.
And what are their ages?
So my youngest one is 3, my oldest one is 12, and I got twin boy and girl, 8 years old.
Okay. And when's the last time you had employment?
Last time I had employment was about I'm gonna say a year ago.
Okay. How far did you go in school?
So I finished high school, I graduated, and I went to Southern Careers. I got my certificate for HVAC. I did complete that.
Okay. All right. And you're going to be living at the sober living home?
Yes, ma'am.
And do they have a bed for you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And you say that's Resurrection Ministry Sober Living Home?
That's Ministry House of Restoration.
Okay.
And if y'all know anybody homeless or wants a place to live and wants to get right, go ahead and recommend it to them, man.
Okay. Thank you so much. I'm going to see if they can drop off some information for us, so probation will have it.
Sorry, but that's something I would want to do. Come back into the jailhouse, but like to come minister.
Well, no, come back here and drop off that information for us, because I'm always interested in different treatment facilities that are available for people in need.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, so this is what the court is going to do. There's $1,000 fine that will be probated, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, 3 years deferred adjudication, $180 restitution for drug testing, he's to reside at the Ministry House of Restoration, sober living, field visits 1 time per month until further notice, TAP evaluation out of custody, follow results. If we could do trauma therapy and a MIC eval, 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once that's completed, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. Proof of employment within 45 days of release. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. No unsupervised contact with minors. Once you've provided me with UAs and have completed the parenting classes, I'll consider stepping that down a little bit, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
I'm not the support. I mean,
all right.
Appreciate everything.
You're welcome. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. It is important that you maintain contact with probation. Do not disappear. Report to them. If you ever feel like you're going to use or you have some issues, let probation know about it. And when you let them know about it, you know what's going to happen. They're going to let me know about it. I'm going to have you come in and we're going to figure out what can we do to help you.
Yeah,
all right.
That's never going to be a problem. I made a promise for him,
okay.
And he sees everything. When you break it.
All right. Well, good luck to you. Okay.
I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Judge. Maybe excuse.
Yes.
You have a good day.
You too. Anyone else ready?
Yes, Judge, on page 2, third one down, Alexandria Fuentes.
Alexandria Fuentes.
That is also my case, Judge.
Okay.
It's very similar to the other case.
Okay. Yes, I remember.
Yeah, we just got a finding of insanity. I talked to Brandon, and I guess they'll have to talk to their office about if we can do an NGRI plea or how we're gonna proceed with that.
You have to send the evaluation.
You should have, I can forward it to you.
Okay. All right. So state How long it's gonna take for you to make that decision?
Judge, if you could allow us a week or two to come to the decision.
All right, what I'll do is I'll reset it for 45 days. You all should have your decision by then. And if you decide to do the NGRI, you can set it in magistrate's court and get that done.
Okay, all right, thank you,
All right,
Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Normal, all right, April 9th. Hello, Mr. Singh.
How are
Hi.
Yes.
Hello.
Victoria Shufo from the MAC. Since the last time he was in court, he tried to get a hold of, Miss Wemmert, and also I did. There's been no response. He has not had contact with her for a significant amount of time. I think reassignment is appropriate.
Okay, we're gonna go on the record. The court is gonna call 2025 CR 010203, State versus Fabian Singh. We are here today because your attorney hasn't been present. And Mac is here. And Mac, what is the results?
There's been no response from the attorney with my emails and text messages, and I believe Mr. Singh has not spoke to her in a significant amount of time. So we're, at this point, I think reassignment is appropriate.
All right. Do you have any objections to being reassigned another attorney? All right, thank you. We'll get you another attorney. Thank you.
Thank you.
Court is calling 2021 CR 9283, State versus Jeremiah Johnson. Can I have parties approach and announce for the record? Announcements?
Brandon Brady for the state.
Stephen Harkowitz for Jeremiah Johnson.
And are you Mr. Johnson?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Jeremiah James Johnson who was placed on community supervision in 2021 CR 9283 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 1 to 4 grams on June 1st, 2022 for a term of 3 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State?
Judge, we're seeing a violation of condition number 2, specifically that on or about the 20th day of June 2024 in Uvalde, County, Texas, the defendant, Jeremiah James Johnson, is then and there illegally used a controlled substance, namely methamphetamine, in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Not true.
That's true.
All right, so to that violation of number 2, you plead not true? All right.
I'm sorry, Judge, is that true or not true?
He said he's pleading true.
Thank you.
State?
Judge will also be proceeding on a violation of condition number 4, specifically that in Berry County, Texas, the defendant, Jeremiah James Johnson, is then and there failed to report to the supervision officer as directed for the month of July, August, September, and October of 2024, violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
The state will waive the remaining allegations.
Any objections to the waivers?
No, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violations 2 and 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 3 years in the prison?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violations 2 and 4?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find 2 and 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Judge, the agreement is to revoke the defendant. It's looking like he got out of TBC around.
Well, I mean, you guys are agreement to revoke. And what are y'all asking for?
Judge, we're asking for the full 3 years.
And is that the agreement?
Judge, and well, Mr. Johnson is asking for some credit.
No. So first, I like to go through steps. So the first thing, are you all in agreement that he is revoked?
Yes,
Are y'all in agreement that he be sentenced to the 3 years?
yes.
All right, so the court is going to revoke. The court, and are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so the court is going to revoke. The court is going to sentence him to 3 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. So it appears that what you all were trying to tell the court is how much time you have. The person who needs to know the exact time you have or you're saying you have, the clerks, because the clerk needs to put it in the system. What I can tell you is I'll give you credit for any time that you've served on this case. So anytime a warrant has been active on this case, you get credit for that. Anytime you've been waiting in jail to have this heard, you'll get credit for that.
Okay, so.
If you had some other case that you went to TDC on and this was still pending, you'll receive credit for that.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, yes, and that's where we're getting at. It's my
Okay.
understanding from checking with the clerk last week, he's got 135 days in Bear County.
Okay.
Now, he had cases in Uvalde, Medina County, excuse me. And that he went to a rehab from 1/27/23 to 7/20/23. That was 175 days. And what Mr. Johnson is telling me that when he went to the rehab for the cases in Medina County, he was supposed to be given credit for was it an outpatient or
Yes.
here on the cases
Oh,
that he
well, I
had
can
here?
tell you is I cannot legally give you credit for any outpatient treatment. Now, if you successfully completed inpatient, then you can receive credit for that. But for outpatient treatment, the court legally cannot give you credit for that.
It was a 6 months inpatient program at CCF in Uvalde County.
Okay.
And you guys used it for my outpatient program I was supposed to do here, so you guys used my inpatient program. So that's why I was trying to get that credit time for that too.
All right. Anything else?
Yeah, and then in addition, he went to TDC for on 11/15/2024. And he made parole on 1/23/26. And they had a detainer
The whole time.
at TDC, so he's asking the court to give him credit for that.
All right. He'll receive credit for the 135 days in the Bear County Jail. He'll receive credit from January 27, 2023 to July 20th, 2023 for successful inpatient treatment. He'll receive credit from 11/15/24 to 1/23/26. Is there anything else?
Yeah, oh, and then he's also asking, Your Honor, to run this case concurrent with the two cases he's on parole. I have the case numbers for that. That's 22-03-14359 CR. Then he has a second case, 20-02-13565 CR.
Wait a minute. -135.
13565 CR.
All right. This run concur with 22-03-14359 CR and 20-02-13565. I'm sorry, 13565 CR.
Correct.
And there's to be no residing with minors. And no unsupervised contact with minors. All right. Did you, and I'll ask for the therapeutic community. It doesn't increase the time that you're in custody, but it can help you maintain your sobriety. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yeah.
All right, because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, make better choices, all right? Araya Yandel. All right, so on this case, where are you all on discovery?
Judge, I've got discovery acknowledgements that I've just tendered to the court. This is a first setting. We've got an offer on the case. We're gonna probably discuss the case a little bit more, look into some other issues, and so we're asking to reset it.
All right, and are you all going to look into maybe mental health court if it comes to that?
That's one of the things we're discussing, Your Honor.
All right, so what I'll do, because it takes a little time for that, we're trying to streamline that process. So we'll recall this in 45 days. Just make sure you stay in touch with everyone, okay? All right, and thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
Thank you
Okay.
very much. This is the nicest stuff that I own.
Well, it's great. All right, Norm, I need a 45-day reset.
Paper 9.
All right, so we'll come back here on April 9th. And that'll give you, your attorney a chance to speak with you and speak with the state about different options, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're
May I
welcome.
excuse?
After she signs the reset. form.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Sandra Torres.
If you.
All right, on this case, there's a motion to revoke. What's happening with that?
I'd like to, I've already conferred with the state and with Ms. Torres, and like to set it for a contested hearing.
All right. Can I see the motion to revoke on this case?
Evidently, he wants it.
Have you conferred with the state on what they want in
Yeah.
probation?
Well,
Are they requesting revocation?
no. But this individual here,
One was to follow the agreement of probation, and then the alternative. So there is an option here.
Okay. So you all are asking for a contested, I mean, with the contested, of course, you all can proceed however you want to proceed. But one of the allegations in the motion is a failure to report.
yes, and it's just what I tried to explain. She had about a year in already, about 1 year already of time. And she apparently is not doing very well on this.
Well, here's the thing, miss. And let me just tell you, it's completely up to you what you want to do. This is how motions to revoke work. A motion to revoke, they're saying that you violated a contract, because that's what probation is. It's a contract. And it's not a contract with the state. It's not a contract with your defense attorney. It's a contract with the court. So what ends up happening is they file a motion. It'll come to my desk or another judge's desk. And if the motion appears to be in order on its face, the judge will sign it. And so what does that mean? That means that the judge is finding, and I'm gonna speak in layman's term, the judge is finding there's enough that's in the motion to revoke for the judge to say, these are violations, right? And then what will end up happening is you get notice of this motion, which means you see it, you read it. The defense attorney will confer with the state over the motion. Now, the state may say, we don't want her revoked, we want her continued. Probation may say, we don't want her revoked, we want her continued. But ultimately, it's my decision whether you're revoked or continued or not, because again, this is a contract with the court. It's not a contract with your attorneys. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so you all need to let me know if you want a contested hearing, we can have a contested hearing.
I would like if maybe the court can explain something to her real simple. I told her part of this, you being reinstated again requires you to do a treatment facility. The treatment facility is going to be quite a few months. I told her it's going to be.
Well, this is what I'm telling you. If I were to continue on probation and ask that you be in treatment, it would be inpatient treatment. That's where we are. So, I mean, these are decisions you have to make. And again, I'm not saying I would continue you. I'd have to hear whatever is being presented, then I'll make a decision on that. Do you understand? Yes, your attorney may not want you to say anything. I just need you to know, one, on motions to revoke, there are only two options on a motion to revoke normally. And you know what those two options are? Either the person is revoked, which means they go to prison, or either they are continued on probation and additional conditions are added to help with the rehabilitation process. So those are your options here today. Do you understand? And that's if I find what the state is saying happened true. You understand?
I would like her to talk to you, Judge, so she can get it out of her, off her chest.
So you understand?
Yeah.
All right, so if y'all want to proceed with this, you can proceed with this. And I will hear whatever you all want to present, and I'll make a decision on whether you should be continued or revoked.
It's just the only thing that just think that to me is that I didn't make it to the UA.
No. Here's the thing. That is something that you'll need to discuss with your attorney. Sometimes people want to plead true to something, but they have an explanation. For example, if I'm supposed to be in court at 9 a.m. and that's a violation or something, and I'm not here at 9 a.m., it's true I wasn't here at 9 a.m., right? But then I'll tell the judge, I have an explanation. I wasn't here at 9 a.m. because I was in a car accident. You understand? So do you want to go forward with this motion to revoke?
Just let me do my job. Thank you. Thank you for explaining that to her, Judge. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And I would like to set it for a contested hearing, please.
All right. Do you have any objections to witnesses appearing by Zoom?
No, Your Honor.
All right, probation. Can you have, if possible, her probation officer zoom in for this contested hearing? It's in the allegations and a motion is a failure to report, failure to submit to drug testing. Yes. All right, they'll have your, yes. They'll have your probation officer zoom in and I'll take testimony.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. Isaac Kubios. Well, now this is probation. Is this a compliance issue?
Yes, Judge, we received a outcome from felony drug court, indicating that, Ms. Kubio's not willing to participate, in the program. Based on, self-report, he does not meet the such criteria. And I guess.
All right, so you just don't want to do felony drug court?
Well, what they had explained to me was either I had to go to a rehab, but
yeah, you do.
I'm not a user. I just got caught with something that I was told to hold. And that was the whole situation, and it was why I got arrested. I don't use. I try to do better, back when I was, I was doing other things, but I wasn't using. I wouldn't use. I wasn't a user, so I didn't believe that there should be something that was meant for me. My mom sick. I wanted to go back home to my mom. I wanted to prove to everybody that I could do better.
Well, here's the thing. Part of proving that you can do better, that's actually you doing programs. And let me just tell you what's going to happen now. You're telling me you don't have a drug problem or none of that? You better not test positive on this probation.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, you say you don't have a drug problem, you don't need help, then you won't receive help. And I'm going to make a notation that you said you do not have a drug problem.
Yes, ma'am.
Fair enough.
Okay. All right, probation.
Yes, Judge.
If you'll put him on GPS.
Yes, sir.
And it is partial for work and whatever conditions.
Did we get the fees waived by chance?
Yes, fees will be waived. No, that's all. And we still have the field visit scheduled with him.
Yes.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning. All right, court is calling 2024 CR 0823 State versus Chris Sandoval. Can I have parties announced for the record?
State. John Sheffield for defendant. We're ready on.
And are you Mr. Sandoval?
Right.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Chris Sandoval who was placed on community supervision in 2024 CR 0823 for the offense of tampering or fabricating with physical evidence with intent to impair on September 16, 2024, for a term of 4 years. Is that you? All right, state.
As we proceed on a violation of condition number one, specifically that on or about the 5th day of September 2025 in Bear County, Texas, the defendant, Chris Sandoval, committed the offense of theft in violation of condition number one.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True. There will also be proceeding on a violation of condition number one, specifically that on or about the 18th day of December 2025 in Bear County, Texas, the defendant, Chris Sandoval, committed the offense of failed to ID in violation of condition number one.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True. The judge will also be proceeding lastly on a violation of condition number four, specifically that in Bear County, Texas, the defendant, Chris Sandoval, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of May, June, July, August, September, October, and November 2025 in violation of condition number four.
How do you plead to that? True or not true? State, do you waive the other allegations?
To waive the remaining allegations.
Any objections to the waiver?
No, you're.
Did you understand by pleading true to 1, 1, and 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to 1, 1, and 4? Court will find 1, 1, and 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Yes, Judge. The agreement is to revoke the defendant, sentence him to 4 years TDC. The state will be taking into consideration clause number 2026 CC 000439 and clause number 2026 CR 001005.
All right, is that the proposed agreement?
Judge, actually, we're asking for the 2 years on this, but everything else, yes, we in agreement.
Okay. All right, and is there a reason I should go to 2 years?
Judge, we're just asking for a little leniency. This is, it's my understanding, this first felony. We completed SATF. He has some issues after that, but we did complete the SATF program.
And Judge, if I can respond.
Mm-hmm.
Judge, looking at the due diligence report, looks like there was an attempted field visit on May 23rd. They left a note there. On July 14th, there was a phone call to the defendant's mother. Basically, she's saying that.
Objection, Your Honor. Call for hearsay.
Sustain.
Judge, we'd ask you to take conditional notice of the court summary and come to the thing.
Any objection?
We just objected to any hearsay testimony.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court is finding 1, 1, and 4 true. The court will revoke, sentence you to 4 years in the prison. Take in consideration 2026 CC 000439, 2026 CR 001005. There's to be restitution, if any, to the complainant in 2024 PF 09826. And that was a part of your plea bargain agreement in this cause number. There is to be no residing in households with minors. The court will give you credit for any time served and credit for any time served for successful completion of inpatient treatment. Is there anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it? All right, you have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you are on community supervision. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Right.
All right, good luck to you. All right, thank you. All right, who's here on Linnell Trimble?
Here, ready.
And what is happening to the allegation in the motion?
The dismissal.
Okay. All right, Mr. Trimble, the state is requesting that your the motion to revoke be withdrawn. This is what I'm going to stress to you. You are on deferred adjudication for a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is 2 to 10 years in the prison. So you're gonna have to do better, you understand?
Yes.
Although it's, I know it just sounds crazy this way, but she's just better off doing the time right now so she can get back to the issues that are occupying her life right now. I did let her know that if she does a treatment facility, it's going to be about probably 6 months minimum, depending on what she does. So she's not going to be free. She can't go take care of her life issues right now that are critical to her, that are probably the reasons why she has reported and done what she's supposed to. So if she got a year in, she goes out and does 6 more months, she's going to be right back in this situation again. In the court, this is you expect compliance, Judge, and I told you, you're in a tough court period, the way it should be. And you're going to be monitored very closely. And if you can't continue this pattern of non-compliance and expect that it's going to be any different. So if she does a treatment facility, comes right back out, she could be right back in this place again. And I know it's tough for her because she needs to get back to what created this situation in the first place for her. And I think the best thing for her is 2 years minimum. 3 years is a lot for someone who hasn't been to prison before, who's got all these things going on with
All right,
her.
can you raise your right hand for me? Any objections to
No,
the
no
court?
objection, Your Honor.
All right, could you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
So
All right, you can lower your hand. Make sure you keep your voice up so I can hear. All right, if you'll state your name.
Sandra Lara Torres.
All right, so the state wants revocation. They're asking for 3 years. Defense, your attorney is saying that he thinks you, in your best interest, you should be revoked for 2 years. So here's my question to you. What is going on? And, I want you to internalize. Are you going to be able to complete this probation?
It is my purpose to finish up, and I did accomplish I had signed up for my community service at a home for Habitat. I'm signed in already.
But I mean, why are you before me on a motion to revoke? Why are you not able to complete this? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
The only reason I didn't make it to the US, I was behind on my ID, obtaining my ID, and obtaining the letter from my probation officer. We had in between rainy days and such, I ride a bike. And I didn't have a paperwork to present over there at the US place, a letter to present to take my US. And that's pretty much what has been holding me.
Well, here's the
And I
thing,
got
sometimes, no. Here's the thing, probation will take photos of people, right? And so they know it's you. So what else is an impediment to you completing this successfully?
It was just that the US, making it to the US on transportation and identification was the only issue. And I've got my ID already.
So do you have a support system?
Yes, ma'am, I do. I have my job, which is a great support.
Mhm.
And I got an apartment. I got my doggy. And so far, which I was doing so good.
All right.
Take a monitor or whatever, I'll be happy to just go into prison and destroy me.
Would you be willing to do a UA right now? Would you be positive?
Big clean right now.
Oh, I mean, she should be clean.
I'm
sorry, Judge.
But
I apologize.
I have been clean. I have shown up to my appointments with my probation officer.
Just 1 second. Let me do this if there are no objections. Officer Fernandez.
Yes, Judge.
Can you tell me, what do you think she needs to be successful?
Well, in the visits that we've had, she has mentioned transportation issues. We did discuss in one of our visits about her being able to transfer to a different satellite building closer to where she resides, so transportation can be easier. What I need from her though is proof of address of exactly where she's going to be staying to verify that zip code. And if we're able to move her to one of the other satellites, she can also do her UAs at that satellite. That might make things a little bit easier on her situation. And the only concern is her failure to submit UAs, and the outpatient program that was recommended on the tab might be a good first step for her.
Okay. And then if she doesn't have identification, is she still going to be able to do a UA?
She can. I can give her a temporary one printed out from the CSS system, and there's three other resources I can provide her as far as help with that I can give her again, getting help with the ID recovery.
All right.
I got my idea already, miss.
Okay. You know, people always get things accomplished when it's crunch time. This is what the court is going to do. I'm going to give you a choice. These are your only two choices. Do not ask for a third because there isn't a third. First choice, I will revoke you. I'll sentence you to 2 years in the prison. Second choice, I will continue you. You are going to provide upon release during business hours, you are going to provide probation with your address. And you're going to start the outpatient treatment. Those are your two choices. Which do you prefer?
To go to my probation officer.
All right, so this is what the court will do. The court is going to deny the motion, alter and amend conditions to include the following. Upon release from custody, defendant is to provide your residence address and immediately begin outpatient treatment. And we'll do a referral to felony drug court. That may be someplace that can help her with stability as well, probation. All right, Officer Fernandez, is there anything else that you would need?
No, ma'am.
Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
Blessing to continue.
All right. And in case I didn't say it on the record, 2 and 2 are true. All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. I've notated what you said your issues are. The Officer Fernandez was willing to help you address the ID. He doesn't have to help you with that anymore because you say you have your ID. He's saying that you can do UAs closer to where you live, but you must provide them your address for verification. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you so much for the blessing.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Judge.
Thank you. John Douglas Simpson. Hello.
Look.
Hi. So where are we on this case?
Judge, the state has made a plea bargain offer. We would like some time to consider it.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, if you can recall this in 2 weeks for a plea deadline date.
Yes, ma'am. I can do March 9th.
All right, we'll see you back on March 9th. Thank you.
Not me?
Oh, it's whoever's on Atwell.
No.
Fernando Cortez.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought he was the one who needed the interpreter.
No, Judge, this is, well,
All right,
this is
so
just
on
a-
this
well-
case, did the state tender an offer?
they have, well, we were talking about the suppression issue, Judge, and we discussed it because there apparently we need to see if there's other video that we don't have yet.
This entails an alleged incident starting at a week ago. I don't know whether there is surveillance that exists of that behavior inside the store and then the officers conduct surveillance and follow.
Okay.
So I just.
How much time are you needing for that? All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a 2-week reset on Atwell for discovery.
March 9th.
All right, we'll be back on March 9th. All right, thank you. All right, now who is the person with the interpreter? All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 012216, State versus Aureliano Salazar, could I have parties announced?
Brendan Prater for the state.
Ron Trevino for the accused.
And are you Mr. Salazar?
Yes.
All right, we have an interpreter here. Could you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm you will faithfully translate from English into Spanish and Spanish into English, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand. If you'll state your name for the record.
Cesar Chavez, license number 2203.
All right, so we are here today. The defense has filed a motion to ask that a bond be set. All right, so here's the court's question. There was a bond forfeiture that was previously issued in this case, and he was remanded without bond, and that happened on November 6, 2025. So the question becomes, one, that was obviously a date that he's to appear, and he did not appear. So before we even consider any setting of bonds, there needs to be question about the failure to appear, because the court needs to make a decision whether or not he willfully failed to appear. So does anyone have any information to give to the court?
I'm gonna ask him some questions.
All right, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Aureliano Salazar Maldonado.
All right, you may proceed.
And you said it was November,
November 6, 2025.
on November 6, 2025, you were supposed to be in court. Were you aware that you had court on that day?
No, nunca me notificaron nada. No, they never notified me anything. Porque yo estaba todo cumpliendo con todo y no recibí nada. I was complying with everything and I didn't receive anything.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Correction, November 6,
No, November 6th, I believe was what I.
2025.
Yes. And then on that day, did your bondsman tell you you had to go to court?
No.
Did you get any notices in the mail?
I didn't receive anything, no.
Did you get any notices on your phone?
No, neither, no.
Is there any other way that you could have received any notices?
Not that I know of, no.
Did you intentionally miss court?
No, porque fue a sacar la carta del récord, la policía, y cuando me aprendieron yo, si hubiera sabido me hubiera presentado. No, because I went to the police station to get the letter from the records, and that's when they apprehended me. If I had known, I wouldn't have gone there. Acá en la calle Bonita, por acá. It was on the Bonita Street over here. That's where they arrested me, on Bonita Street, I think.
Is there anything else?
Pues yo nunca recibí nada y yo estaba cumpliendo con todo, con la máquina y no, just that I had never received anything. I was complying with the machine and everything. Mi intención no era no fallar, pero no recibí nada. My intention was not to fail, but I never received anything.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
All right, any questions, state?
No questions, Judge.
All right, Mr. Salazar. Obviously, since this is a DWI third allegation, that means that there is alleged to be 2 other prior DWIs. Have you ever had any type of treatment for any type of mental health condition?
No.
All right, and the court will note for the record, based upon the color of his uniform, it appears that he's in general population at the jail. Correct, both parties? He's in general population?
I believe so.
All right, and you all are asking that his bond be set at $10,000?
Yes.
All right, state, you may excuse. This is what the court is going to do. The court will follow your agreement. Court will set your bond at $10,000. there is to be ignition interlock on all vehicles you have access to. And there's to be 30 sober support meetings in 30 days. And Norma, I need a 30-day reset for discovery. And the court will make a finding that the defendant did not willfully fail to appear. All right, if you'll give him a reset form, we'll be back here on March 26th for discovery. And I'm going to note in the record that you were provided with a reset form. Is there anything else, counsel?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Have a good one.
You too, Judge.
Sydney Sanchez.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, on this case, where are we on discovery?
I believe we have the materials, Judge. I've conferred with the state. I do have an offer. You just asked for a reset so I can move through the material with Ms. Sanchez.
All right, how old are you? 24. All right, Ms. Ferguson, if you'll set this for 30 days for a plea deadline date.
March 25th, 26th, Judge.
All right, we'll be back on March 26th. At that time, you'll need to let the court know whether or not you've reached an agreement. All right, thank you. Just have a seat. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Fabian Singh.
Fabian Singh?
It's judgment in
Yes.
With the state, they're gonna offer him PTD. Can I just get a couple of week reset so I can download that application and get it to him?
Sure. Well, Norma will give me a PTD set date. It's usually 30 days.
That's lovely. That'd
All
be
right,
perfect.
Ms. Ferguson, I need a setting for PTD.
That would be March 26th.
All right. So just make sure you stay in contact with this attorney. She's going to stay in contact with you. And make sure you just get all of the paperwork that she needs, okay? All right, thank you. Thank you so much
Judge.
for your patience and thank you, counsel.
Thank you, Judge.
Calderon? All right, if he'll come up, please.
So I noticed that for deadline, but I think both defense and state are requesting a month reset regarding that, additional information has come to light that I need to check in on.
Okay, you know what? I'm telling you, I don't even know why this is. Oh, yeah, it is set for today. Oh, but this was supposed to be for a final discovery today.
We had it down as a plea, but we're okay with that too, Judge, because we just needed those 30 days or something came up, Judge.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this for disposition. And what date are you all requesting? How much time?
30 days out, Judge.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need this set for 30 days for a disposition.
I have a vacation letter.
Okay.
I don't know if it covers that. Can we do it the following week?
All right, Norma, can you put it on the following week?
I think it's 19, please. Say another day.
Look, you're trying to make us all jealous.
Perfect.
All right, we'll bring you back on March 30th. All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Okay.
All right, so what is happening with Mr. Mason?
Mr. Mason is actually Mr. Garcia's client. Mr.
Mhm.
Garcia is in trial on the 175th.
Okay.
So, and also just based on my review, it looks like we need to file some more motions.
Okay.
So whatever reset the court wants to give us would be,
All right, how long is his trial going to be, you think?
I'd say at least 3 days.
No, I mean, his trial that he's currently in.
Oh, I would say at least 3 days.
All right. All right, Norma,
Yeah, ma'am.
set this for a jury trial, but set it the day before because they may have motions. And is this something that should be carried with trial or it cannot be carried?
It can't be carried with the trial. We need to do it in advance.
All right, so Norma, set this for a motions hearing
Yes, ma'am.
and it's going to be dispositive. Is it a motion suppress or something else?
I think it might be dispositive.
All right. So what day for motions?
You want it as soon as possible, Judge, or I can do May 5th?
Is that, that's a Monday?
May 5th is a Tuesday.
No, I needed it on day before jury trials.
May 4th.
All right, May 4th?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Margaret Dela Cruz.
Miss Dela Cruz has a pending MTR in your court, Judge.
Mhm.
On this case, she did pick up a new number one, to your honor. This past Tuesday, she suffered a stroke at the jail.
Mhm.
She has a CCF fistula, if you can observe her eye.
Mhm.
Up your head.
Okay.
She's scheduled to have it operated on the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
If she doesn't, then she could have another stroke.
Mhm.
The state's agreed to set the bond at 40,000. The previous bond was at 15,000, and we're in agreement on that as to the bond amount, Your Honor.
All right. Court is calling 2021 CR 7769 State versus Margaret Dela Cruz. Can I have parties announced for the state?
Justin Fowles for defense.
And are you Miss Dela Cruz? You all here on a motion to revoke, but you're also here requesting that a bond be set. The defendant is on deferred adjudication. The defendant is entitled to a bond. My understanding is that parties have agreed on a bond of $40,000. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. We also have a tentative possible agreement on her MTRs and her new cases. We just want to see how she does after her surgery, to see if we'll be sending her to inpatient treatment and at what time, or holding it in abeyance until she's fully recovered, something to that effect. But we've got it kind of the framework of a arrangement worked out.
All right, and you all are requesting GPS?
It was judge, but given her medical condition, I'm not sure, like, partial would be appropriate. We should have asked surgery. I know, I'll just be frank with the court, the only reason we're back was due to the charges that was that. But, they are both throughout the office and the less for reason of what we're negotiating for.
All right.
Might be a hardship, Judge, if she has to do partial, just because she's not very savvy with email and all those things. Kind of like arranging appointments and sending verification is difficult for her.
Well, the court's thing is if she's going to have surgery, they're probably not going to let her have GPS. But
that's
otherwise,
correct.
if she wasn't doing the surgery, the court would grant the GPS, but it doesn't appear that her offenses are alleged to be of a violent nature. So the court will set the bond at $40,000. And based upon her previous probation conditions, the court is going to order regular random UAs. And there's to be 20 sober support meetings in 20 days. And when is your surgery?
They said, to be scheduled in a couple of weeks. I have to go back to like, appointment.
All right.
It's supposed to be 2 weeks, Judge, just because of the nature of her fistula.
All right, Ms. Ferguson. Set this for a hearing in 3 weeks, please. All right, we'll put it for March 16th. And counsel, if there's an issue with her surgery, just bring documentation in the court and we'll move it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate that.
And then I think the attorney on Loretta Ramos, the last time she was here, she said she may be in trial or somewhere else.
She's in Bandera, she's a personal health judge, and she's just waiting for either the jury to come in or see what her client's in.
All right.
He said, if you please, and she'll be right on, she'll be here in the afternoon. She'll let me know.
Yeah, we're gonna recall this. Recall this for tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am.
And just let her know if she sees that she's in trial, let us know before tomorrow, and then the deputies won't bring her over.
She got on bond, judge.
Miss Ramos? Loretta Ramos? Hi, if you'll come up briefly, please. No problem. The last time you were here, your attorney said she may be out of county, and I said, let us know beforehand and then we'll move things. So she says she is in another county. She doesn't know what the outcome of that case is going to be. So what we'll do is we'll recall you for tomorrow, but talk to your attorney tonight. And if for some reason your attorney is still in Bandera County or is being called back tomorrow, you won't have to appear, but talk to her and she'll let us know, okay? Okay, all right, just sign the reset form, okay?
And I don't want to get.
No problem. So just sign the reset form and then you're excused. Joseph Ochoa. All right, court is calling 2025 CR 013626, 2025 CR 015948, 2025 CR 015950. State versus Joseph Ochoa Jr. Can I have parties announced?
Brian Frederick, State.
And Tim Molina for Mr. Ochoa.
And are you Mr. Ochoa? Counsel, in each of the cause numbers, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
In each cause number, the court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Ochoa, in each cause number, did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, in each cause number, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, in the cause number ending in 26, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Judge will be waiving the punishment allegation, but otherwise proceeding as charged.
Any objection?
No objection.
And cause number ending in 48, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Judge will be waiving the punishment allegation, but otherwise proceeding as charged.
Any objection?
No objection.
And cause number ending in 50, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Judge will be waiving the punishment allegation, but otherwise proceeding as charged.
Any objection?
Objection.
And each cause number, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places? And cause number ending in 26 and 50, you're charged with unauthorized use of the vehicle. And cause number ending in 48, you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 1 to 4 grams. And each of the cause numbers, if you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? In each cause number, you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. By entering these pleas, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into pleas in these cases? And the cause number ending in 26 and 50, the range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine. And cause number 48, the range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, in each of the cause numbers, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
You've been able to assist me in preparing a potential defense.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Ochoa, in each cause number, has anyone forced you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter into these pleas? Anyone promise you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented? If you're not a U.S. citizen, you will be deported, denied naturalization, and re-entry. Did you understand?
Yes.
In each cause number, the court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. In each cause number, did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places? By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes.
Did you review, counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney in each of these cause numbers? Did you understand it? According to the plea, the cause numbers will run concurrently. In the cause number ending in 48, the state is requesting that your punishment be assessed at 6 years in the prison. And the other cause numbers, the state is requesting that your sentence be to 2 years in the state jail facility. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State.
It is, Judge.
In each cause number, are you entering the same plea?
No contest.
All right. And that's in each cause number? State in each cause number, do you have any evidence to support the defendant's plea?
Yes, Judge, your state exhibit 1, all attachments, and all 3 cases.
No objection.
All right, State, you may be excused.
Thank you.
Are there any dismissals for me to sign? Or no?
Judge, not
Okay. All right, in each cause number, did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places? Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call in the right to remain silent? Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes.
In each cause number, the court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, in each cause number, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and in each cause number, the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
We would just ask the court to follow the plea agreement.
Want to say something?
Sure.
I
I mean, if your attorney wants you to say something.
It's okay. Sure.
Okay.
Call myself the mercy report, you know, I have a drug problem. I haven't really gotten the help that I need. And if there's any possible way after my sentence, after I do my time or every time I do get sentenced, I do get time sentenced, I'd like to get some type of help or some type of rehab.
Oh, most definitely. And I will tell you, if I'm still here, you come back here and I'll try to get some help for you, okay? All right, and in the cause number ending in 2025 CR 013626, the court notes that his attorney is listed as Mr. Vargas. Do you have any objection to this attorney taking the plea?
Mr. Vargas did say something about one of the cases was kind of part of the plea, or one of the cases be dismissed, but I don't know what happened.
Mr. Vargas was in court earlier saying that thinking he was here on an evading enhanced. I think he was just confused, and we've confirmed that there is no case like that pending. So if he is showing still as the attorney on one of the UUMVs, I know he'd have no objection to me standing in, because I did tell him that I'd be running late today and that I would take care of anything that needed to be taken care of with the court.
All right, then, and cause number 2025 CR 013626, the court will follow your agreement. The court will find you guilty, sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served. This will run concurrent with 2025 CR 015948 and 2025 CR 015950, and the court will request the therapeutic community. Next, we'll proceed with cause number 2025 CR 015948. In that cause number, the court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 6 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. This will run concurrent with 2025 CR 013626 and 2025 CR 015950, and the court will request the therapeutic community. And cause number 2025 CR 015950. Court will find you guilty. Court will sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served. This will run concurrent with 2025 CR 013626, 2025 CR 015948. And the court will request the therapeutic community. In each of those cause numbers, did you review documents entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
In each cause number, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because these are felony convictions, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. So what I've done is I've requested the therapeutic community for you. That's to help with any type of drug or alcohol issues you may have. However, I don't have the authority to force them to place you in the program, but in your judgment, it'll show that I'm recommending that for you. you'll still have to request it as well, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And when you're released from custody, if you can't find a sober support living home or somebody to help you, if you come back here and I'm still here, I'll pick up the phone and call somebody to help you, okay?
Thank you so much.
All right, good luck to you.
You have a good day.
You too.